let's get in positions, everyone. Camera 1 into a 2-second pre-roll. Camera 1, track left. Open lock. Watch your focus, Challenge. We're on the air.
Kids wanna know. Kids wanna know. Kids wanna know.
What he's trying to say is the next story is the kids want to know classes.
It's about kids who are on the internet.
Satellites floating in space, giving us information that may one day unlock the mysteries of our universe. The modern video game, except for the television set, it could be called the biggest entertainment tool humankind has ever known. Both of these wonders of science have one important thing in common: computers. And if we want to keep our technology moving forward into the 21st century, there's only one group of people who can do it. That's right, kids, just like you. That's why we've come to Alice Stroud Elementary School in Modesto, California. Here we get a bird's eye view from our Kids Wanna Know helicopter. How's everybody doing down there? It was one of the 6 lucky schools in the state picked to be in a program called Building the Future. The school was given software, hardware, and access to the internet for this pilot program that one day could be in every class in the United States. A handful of even luckier students and teachers were picked to be the participants in the new project. They are called
The Internauts, because it's kind of like the astronauts. They go up to space, and like sometimes they're the first people up there, and we're the first people at Stroud to go on the internet, and so we're the Internauts.
So you may wonder how they got picked.
We had to write a little report and get letters of recommendation and stuff to see if we could be in a swap trainer. It's like you train to do like email and go on the internet and stuff.
And you don't have to be afraid to ask questions in this program, because the teachers are learning too.
We were trained this summer side by side with our students. I have a student, Olivia Stevens. She learns and I learn, and then we train other kids.
But before they got started on the net, as it's called, there were a few safety rules to be learned.
Never give out your personal address, never give out your phone number, never give out anything, because you never know who can get your email address and write back to you. Ever since we've been little kids, we've been told never to talk to strangers. If you give your email address out to somebody that you don't know and don't want to talk to, they can get into your address and ask you questions about yourself that could be personal, or that could harm you, or they could send you things in the mail that you don't want to have. And so it's just to protect you as an email writer or as an internaut from seeing things that you don't need to see.
Because kids nowadays grew up on computers, playing video games and stuff like that, they can sometimes even help teach the teachers.
By the end of school, I'll know more than they ever knew. My mom works with computers, but nothing like this.
This will take the kids to their pen pal.
We are just as much enthralled with the program as the kids are. The kids will get on, they'll see something, they'll say, wow, isn't that neat? And we sit right there, yeah, that's really neat. Let's dissect that frog on the internet, or let's look at the inside of a cockroach. And we're just as thrilled as they are.
So what do they learn on the computer?
You can go into like World Wide Web, and it's like a dictionary sort of, and you type in what you want, and then they find it, and if they have it, then you get to look at it.
And you can find just about anything from earthquakes, dinosaurs, and horses to Cockroach World on the yuckiest site on the web. Check your websites one day and you might even find my favorite show on TV. The hardest part about this program is sitting still for more than a few minutes at a time. But once you stop fidgeting, I said once you stop fidgeting, thank you. As the sign says, you can do anything.
Most jobs now involve computers, and like when I get older, by the time I'm able to get a job, they're probably going to have all computers. That's just what I think.
Like in high school, we'll have computers and we'll already know how to do this stuff, and some people will be taking classes about how to do it, and we might like be teachers then too.
During the interviews with these students, a certain word kept coming up that summed up best what they like to do on the computer. Explore. They can go anywhere in the world without leaving their seat.
We get pen pals, and we can, like I got one from Australia, and we wrote to him and it's just pretty fun because you don't have to just stay in Modesto, and you can go out to like other countries and stuff and write to other people. So it's pretty neat.
That's the fun part about it. See, it's fun and it helps out your mind and all that.
As part of the program, they were also given laptop computers that they could check out and take home to work on. Yes, it might take a little time away from playing outside, but the benefits down the road could make your life a lot easier.
The ultimate goal is to increase literacy, to use the computers, to use the internet, to excite the kids about reading and writing.
Remember, it's always a good idea to go through some of those safety rules with your parents before you start cruising the net. But if you're ready to go, there are plenty of books and magazines out there to help you along. So we've talked about computers, websites, cruising the net, which is all good fun and educational. But remember, there's nothing wrong with reading a good old-fashioned library book either.
Don't move. Kids Want to Know. We'll be right back.